So get this one. A Mopar mechanic walks into a GM dealership, goes to the parts department, talks to the parts associate there, says, all right, well, I broke my truck. I'm in need of some parts. And the GM associate says, honey, you're all kinds of confused. The Ford store's down the road. Start out your morning today. Alright guys, thanks for coming back by the channel today here with the Therustbeltmechanic. I am hopping through town in the Mini Cooper. Well, I just picked up my new transfer case seal. The seal on the back half of the transfer case that goes to the drive shaft has decided to start slinging some fluid. So we're going to be changing that one out today. So we're going to show you guys the process on how you do that, the fluid you use, everything. It's not that bad of an install, so it's not going to be that long. But I also wanted to start off with giving you guys a little bit more information that's going on here. As you know, recently I've been doing some reviews of the diesel crate from dieselcrate.com. So they have been generous enough to give me a coupon code for my viewers. How nice of them. They had a pre-launch code that would give you 10% off. Now they're giving another code that's going to be code Therustbelt. I'm going to put it up above here, code Therustbelt. That's going to get you 10% off your diesel crate when you order through them. Go to dieselcrate.com, sign up. You can get awesome t-shirts. I'm wearing my dieselcrate.com t-shirt today, and awesome little products, little gifts, you know, just a fun thing that you get to open every month. And all those other guys, they get their, you know, loot crates and gamer crates, but now we got our diesel crates, buddy. We got to get those. So go check them out and put in code Therustbelt. Get you 10% off. And then one other thing I wanted to ask you guys about was, I've got content for days. I know you guys love my Snap-on tool reviews and things like that, as the views can show. And you guys love the lift kits, and you absolutely are amazed by the Duramax stuff. So I'm wanting to keep doing all those, but I needed a little bit more input. I want to know if you guys are into me doing more just in general car things. I've got a 2004 Mini Cooper S that I do things on. I've got a newer Charger that I do things on. And as you know, I'm a Mopar mechanic, and I work on these really cool cars all the time. So throw me some comments down below. If you guys like the content that I'm doing already, tell me just to keep it up. If you guys like to see more diverse things, if you guys want this channel just to fan all the way out and just cover, you know, some automotive things in general, on top of the already awesome stuff that I do, let me know that. So we're gonna go up to the dealership now, and we're gonna start working on the Duramax a little bit, get that seal changed. We're gonna have some fun. So we got the truck up in the air here, and as you can see, the pinion seal is slinging stuff all over the place, making my nice undercoating come away when I try to clean it. So she's slinging stuff everywhere. So the first thing that we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to get the drive shaft out of the way, and this one is a two-piece drive shaft, so we're gonna have to take it off the rear first. Back here there are 4 bolts. They are like 10 or 11 millimeters, something like that. Get those 4 off with the straps, and then here at the carrier there are going to be 2 nuts coming through the top side that hold the carrier up. Then we can drop the whole rear drive shaft and pull it out. So after getting the drive shaft out, we have full access to our rear transfer case seal, and these are very easy to get out. So here's the new one right here. It's just a lip seal. This goes into the transfer case. This boot end is what hangs out over the drive shaft. So we're just going to need to fit a screwdriver in between the transfer case and the lip seal of this and just kind of tap it out with special tool number 1, a BFH, big fucking hammer. Like so. That's how it goes. Let that seep down a little bit. As you can see, the blue fluid, this transfer case does take auto track 2 fluid. So make sure you get that stuff right. Now to install the brand new one, you need to find something that is the same diameter of this outside ring. Don't use a hammer on the outside edges of this. It'll just end up messing up the seal and you'll have to fix up your fuck up down the road. So normally you would have a seal installer that's that same diameter. I just so happen to have an old hub bearing that is the same diameter that I can beat on the hub bearing instead. So we'll do it that way. There we go. We are even flat on all sides. Nice and flush right there. So you're going to want to make sure you get a friend, especially when you have one of these 2-piece drive shafts, on putting these things up into place. You don't want to mess up your brand new seal. Lift this into place, make sure you get it straight in. Before you do this, make sure you get your flange all nice and cleaned off. This looks like this is a fairly nice and new one. This drive shaft has been rebuilt before, so I don't have too much worry about that. So we got that into place. Kind of line up our mid bearing there, and then in the rear there you need to make sure you lift your rear end so it can spin at the same time without losing your U-joint cups. So just like that, we are into place. Just need to get those nuts started. There it is. So after you tighten everything up, the fill hole, put it into respect here, that is the fill plug on the transfer case. If you're going to drain it out from underneath, that is going to be the drain plug right here. And then the fill plug is going to be that one right there. Already drained everything out. We're putting new fluid back in, and you are just going to put fluid into that plug just until it starts trickling out. Not keep putting fluid in until it, it's overly gushing through and then hurry up and put the cap on. No, that'll just make it sling back out of the rear seal of the transfer case again. So we don't want to do that. So get a little fluid suction tool, suck it out of the bottle, put it into there. There's not really a whole lot of room up in here to fit a whole bottle to be able to be putting that in. So we're going to top that off real quick. Here's the suction tool that I'm going to be using. It's just a little fluid suction tool that's made to be used with oils and fluids along that sort. Do not use coolant with it. It would ruin the seals. And then the AC Delco Auto Track 2 transfer case fluid is the correct fluid that goes into it. And blue Smurf juice. Like I told you guys, that was a really easy install. It's something that you guys can handle really easily yourself. I got the part from GM Direct, and it was like 72 bucks directly from them. So make sure you get a good part. Don't get a cheap part from an aftermarket source, especially when you're talking about your transfer case. You don't want to, throw that thing in the trash. Thanks for stopping by again today, guys. Make sure you give a check out over at my Instagram page over at Therustbeltmechanic, or go and email me directly at therustbeltmechanic@gmail.com. Don't forget about the diesel crate. I do have that coupon code Therustbelt, that gets you 10% off the diesel crate. Thanks again, guys, and you guys stay awesome.